Welcome back to the reality, guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co host, Brian.
All right, buddy.
We're back surviving Barstool season 3, episode 3. This is the Thursday night, December 5th episode. If you are following along live with us, make sure you like, subscribe here, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, surviving Barstool coverage, regular Survivor coverage, The Ultimatum right now on Netflix. Brian's doing Love Island Australia. We're covering other different things like House of Villains. You name it, we're probably covering it. Next video, or the video probably right before this one, was the Southern Charm season 11 premiere. So if you're a Bravo fan, we got you covered there. Brian, I thought it was a great episode. Thought it was a great episode. They are firing on all cylinders, in my opinion. We come right off of Roan's fake idol, which sent home Arian Foster yesterday. Uh, Going right into the gameplay, too. People want to win. Everyone wants to win, Bry. And that's just like a vibe that you don't sometimes get on other shows. Like everything, it seems like, except for basically Gilly, who's just gassing up, which is all good. More power to him. He's still
He's annoying
kicking.
me.
Gilly is and we'll get to the ending. It's running off stuff.
No, it's funny at the end, but he is getting on my nerves.
Well, that was like Biz was saying at one point. It's like, is he gonna drag this guy along this whole time? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I
We'll
mean, he
get to
won't win. He's just like he just talks too much.
well, because he's gassed up.
Yeah, I'm
But
guessing. I love how they
um,
blurred out like him like rolling a blunt. You didn't see that?
that was so funny. Meanwhile, they've shown him smoking. Like it's
It's
like
funny what they can say whatever they want. They blur out the blunt. They like blur out the sex doll.
the titties. Yeah, that's funny. The shout out to the editing and production too. When Big Cat did the sacrificial lamb story and him as the big bad wolf and Mincy. Like I love that. Like I wish that was thrown in a little humor sometimes. God forbid was thrown into a Survivor episode.
They would never. They would never.
Yeah, I talk a lot about alliances and some shifting alliances this episode. I guess we could kind of work backwards here though and start really with I guess what you would call the big shocker, the Jersey Jerry elimination from the Brick Tribe. Am I shocked that Jerry didn't win? No. I am a little shocked that he went a little early, but I do think Jerry's problem was that he was playing the quote unquote mob boss. He was laying a real heavy hand, and the rest of them were like, how long are we going to do this? And bit him.
Yeah, I think it didn't help that he was on a team full of people that weren't like he'd played with before.
Yeah, and they're not all like his people. I mean, if you look at Jerry's tribe, I mean, besides Kirk, I mean, Biz, no, Kelly, no, Roan shifting. Roan was smart. He just saw where the winds were going and he
Yeah.
couldn't do anything about it. Mooby, besides working in the office he's at, that's really no connection
Yeah.
there. And then Gilly, obviously, when he was the other target, Gilly didn't even vote for Jerry.
Yeah, who do you vote for, Taylor?
For tail.
And Jerry didn't have his vote, but I don't think it would have mattered.
No, it wouldn't have mattered. It was like there was like three
I
votes.
will
So
miss him finding that like him sniping that idol off of the light was like, and they have a video of it. I thought was really cool. That was really
I,
cool.
I do also like Jerry's exit because one, he's except for you got to respect Jeff D'Lo. I wouldn't throw the torch at Jeff. Besides that, the telling the confessional, I got nothing for you,
Yeah.
perfect with me. Also saying that I'm gonna bully these people on the internet who voted for me, totally fine with me too.
Yeah.
Like if you have to, that's why this is why is the beauty of surviving Barstool and why it's great that it's going to be a recurring thing is because it's going to be a core of a lot of the same people and they're just going to have shared history year after year. And you only get that in a Survivor once every like 10 seasons.
Dude, it's honestly just like Survivor or the challenge, but just Survivor format.
That's
Like you,
exactly
you
what it
have the
is.
history of the people and the thing that I like is cool is like the like you just said, like the bullying. They have fan bases, so the fan bases can chirp at like those people online and like
Oh yeah, well, and Jerry, you know, you're not as versed, but Jersey Jerry's army, like Jerry has basically a literal a organized group of internet trolls at his command that he can just send the word and they literally will just they'll start finding where like people live like they're crazies, there's crazies on the internet, dude.
oh yeah, of course.
I mean Jerry used to
I
be a crackhead.
but the exit though, I know like you got to respect the guy, but I think it was funny. It was a good
It's
because
funny.
that was a good blindside. It was a really good blindside.
I thought it was funny. I think it would have just been better if he just didn't throw it towards Jeff.
Oh yeah,
That's all.
of course,
That's
but it was a
all.
good
And
blindside.
that's heat of the moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
He
appreciate. I
wanted to
mean,
win.
Jersey Jerry's first viral video is him like losing his mind at a Steelers loss and screaming, and so like it's
Mhm.
like that's he's a real dude.
Yeah.
Union strong. Um, Moon. Sad to say goodbye to Robbie Fox. Robbie Fox is a good one. But and I liked what he said, but it honestly was the truth. He said, I kind of take a compliment that they thought I was going to be a threat. And he would have been in the respect that, like, likable people, if you can make it to the end, like, you're
Yeah.
more than you're in this game. If you're not one of the rich ones and you're a nice person, you have a chance to win the jury vote. And,
Mm,
Big Cat was scheming heavy this episode. I think he's overstepping a little bit though by telling Will
yeah,
to not share with Wit. There's no strategic sense there for me. I really don't get it.
yeah. I think it was just a little bit too much, but I think what Dave said last episode is like they need to keep some of these like money people around, like the big personalities, like at least till like week three.
I
They
mean,
need to
look,
all get on merge. I think it'd be really good if like Dave and like Big Cat all make it to merge and stuff like that. I think it'd be really good.
you got to have like Dave. Listen, Dave, Rico, Big Cat. Like that's why Jerry was funny though. Well, I wanted Jerry to get to the merge. Like that's the stuff that's going to
Yeah.
be entertaining, right? Now, doesn't mean they need to win the game, and we saw that last year. Will won, and Will is now, Bussin is really one of the main things, but he's not one of those guys he doesn't work in their offices, right? So it's not like he's yucking it up with most of those people ever
Yeah.
on a daily basis. So it's a different dynamic, right? You're a little bit more
Mhm.
removed. Um, Shout out to Mintz, Ben Mintz, still in with his tight white t-shirt, but he's still there. It's just so funny. I just love the takes in these confessionals too. Like these people know where they stand, right? It's like
Mhm.
it's no real surprise outside of like Gilly today because Gilly thought he was done. Gilly screaming at Jerry too, saying that he has a idol and never had an idol. But what do you think about Moon and leaving Mincy around still?
I think Big Cat said it best is like he's that guy's never gonna make it to the end. Like he's like it makes sense to like keep him around for a little bit until like you got to keep him around when you still have decent numbers. Like what if they like if it keeps going and like there's only it's only what are they at six? They had six guys left on their squad. I don't even remember. Five or
They
six.
have Big Cat's left, Mincy's left, Wallow's left, three, Megan's left. No, they have yeah, one, two, three, four, five. Yeah, they have six.
Yeah, like I don't think you can go. I wouldn't do it one more vote
They're the
because
only team that hasn't won a challenge.
and they could flip on Big Cat. That's why they need to like
Well, Big Cat screwed himself tonight. The whole
yeah
wit thing, Will picked his side. So like I always say, if there's an alliance of three, there's always a third. Big Cat made himself the third tonight.
yeah yeah. So we'll see,
It's a
but
shame. I mean, Big Cat's not going to win. He wasn't ever going to win. But the other alliance that I want to talk about, Brian, the Pizza Four, and who really is the fourth. Dave, Rico, Rhea, solid. Clemmer. Clemmer, big amazing race fan. He does a Clemmer's rat race, but I don't know. I think I'd rather keep Clemmer than Francis, dude. Francis is a liability. Francis would definitely betray you, I think, quicker than a
he was
Clemmer.
funny at the end of that challenge when they won. He won though because they're like, "What do you learn at Harvard?" And he like recites their alma mater or something like that. I thought that was really
Gilly was
funny.
yelling at him saying, didn't you go to Harvard Community College?
What was it? The alma mater? Was he singing the song? What was it? Whatever it was, it was real. I laughed really hard. I thought that was super funny. That's the stuff you're not getting in Survivor. Like the taunting. There's no taunting in like. Oh man, it's so good. I loved
God
it. I
forbid
loved
you
it
could
so
taunt
much.
people.
Yeah, it's so
Um,
good.
Still talk about on the way out. We will talk about the immunity challenge, right? Right. I thought it was good. I liked it. It was a six-part balance beam. You had to hold the ropes, hand ropes between each other. So everyone had to make it to each platform. You would then drop
Mhm.
off. The final two would get to a 3D beam puzzle piece. Uh, uh, uh sorry, a puzzle made out of like beams. You're basically building like a bar stool. Uh,
Mhm.
Pizza made a huge comeback. Rhea, Francis, and like we said, after we're done week one, I think Rhea is probably playing the best game so far. I would put her up there in at least the top two or three. But I think right now Rhea is. I'm impressed by her game. Roan made the fake idol. Got to give him props for that. That was great. And then
I mean,
what
Francis
else?
has an idol still.
I know, but still, I mean, that's just he just happened to end up with being the only person so far. So there's been two guesses for him and three tonight. There's been five and only one immunity idol, and
Mm.
then the
I
rest of
mean,
them
that's
lost
that
votes.
pretty much we're on track for like odds then.
Someone's due. I wonder if it's going to stay the same box the entire season or if they're going to ever change that.
I'd like if they switch it up a little bit, like each maybe like when it goes to two tribes, they switch it up, and then the
Yeah,
same
once
way
they
it
do
goes
a
down
merge. Like
when they
for
do a
now, I
merge.
think you can leave it, but
The challenge, I will say, like Survivor's done it before, not like with the balance beam walking, like kind of like they've done the obviously they've done balance beams, but like I don't know if they've done one where they're all holding hands because they never do stuff in the team anymore. But I thought it was cool. Like I thought it was clever, like doing the stool like with that style of a puzzle.
I agree.
They're
I
doing a good
agree.
job with it.
Overall, I thought it was a great first week, Brian. I really
Hmm.
thought tonight really capped off a good first week. So we will be back next week. We'll have three more episodes, and then the following week with three more episodes before we go. The show goes on Christmas break. We never go on breaks. We are going to make sure we're here for every episode of this. Like I said, every episode of Regular Survivor. Check all of our playlists. I haven't seen anyone else reviewing this outside of Tommy at Barstool. So, I'd love to get your guys' takes on why you are watching our review too.
Sign us.
Yeah. So, we would just do it for free. I just want to do, there's no post show.
Yeah, post me on the page.
Yeah, we'll just do post show for you. We'll come up there. We'll come up to the office. We'll even set up the office, do the post show for free. We'll literally take the train up. We're both close enough to New York to do it. So hit us up. But until next time, for myself and Brian, thank you so much for watching. Peace.